moments in the park or just trotting from pillar to post, formal or casual, dressy or sporty, a real quality. Thanks.
I was watching that.
Sorry, I thought I was pressing the remote.
Oh, you've knackered it.
I'm trying to fix it. You got any sellotape? I can't see any programs.
Now look at what you've done, bad boy. No programs.
Who doesn't love Warner Brothers animation? I'm practically Lord just put the job to like. But really, what's not to like? The company was recently finished after their 40th anniversary, now has a huge body of successful work behind it.
Of course. Shaun the Sheep, Chicken Run, The Pirates, Morph, Pip and Pod, Creature Comforts, and my
personal favorite Warner Bros. Production, BabyFirst. Yeah, why don't more people remember this show? And we are going to look in today's topic, why was BabyFirst forgotten? Why did BabyFirst disappear? Why was the show locked away in nostalgia from it all? What happened to the show? Why did a lot of other shows got canned? In today's video, we're going to be talking about what happened to BabyFirst.
Production Rex the Runt. Yeah, why don't more people remember?
Yeah, how come you guys didn't even watch this? I thought Cartoon Network would be a thing to make comedy shows, but not Kids Learning Initiative. This was the only Kids Learning Initiative our Cartoon Network has ever aired. So now the show gets to the point where Teen Titans and Ed, and Eddie were starting to grow up. They were finally grown up as they were finally changing to spread. So, as they were old enough to spread, why don't more people remember this show? It streams 26 anniversary series. It's one of the most successful animation studios of all time. Because it's disappeared off the face of the planet. And yet that's still what happening to poor Blossom. Maybe people who saw the show just first time may still vividly remember it. However, it has been a lot of exposure over repeat exposure to gain new viewers, and we captured the ones that are lost.
Sorry. For those who
aren't familiar with the show, let me bring you up to speed.
Hello, I'm Rex. Welcome to my world. Our heroes are four plasticine dogs, led by Rex, a vain note.
Our characters are Learning Initiative characters with the only mighty BabyFirst hero, Baby Blossom.
Who isn't anywhere
near as close for a boy as he thinks he is.
Also along for the ride, the strongly independent and cynical female member.
For the ride, Larry, a hilarious and weird parrot who goes through sticky shenanigans throughout the series.
The gang makes you think, doesn't it?
No.
Bad Bob, a food-obsessed
hide and seek. Hide and seek, a hiding game. This is where they play hide and seek together. As young squirrels teaching their baby how to play hide and seek. And also based on a comic strip, which was released in 2017. That is
gun-toting inventor sporting an iPad that can't decide what eye it's supposed to be covering.
Who
fancies a big cake? And not forgetting
everybody's favorite, the crayons.
It's just Ethan and Chihuahua.
They color paintings, and here comes this grumpy, stupid eraser guy of the show. He's one of the most famous stars characters of the plot during the credit, and this was being shown at 6:45 in the evening during the credits.
Well, it has been a long time since he's
charming theme song, and the sounds were marketed towards young kids. who wasn't really obsessed with the show.
Breakfast. Sporting prominent front
Say.
teeth and operating either as an idiot or a genius, depending on the needs of the plot.
plot.
Patchy plan. It's impossible to
take your eyes off these crayons whenever they're on the screen. This is so horrible when we're understand on the only that's what might be going on. So.
What do you think, Vince? Tuesday.
After shooting a hole in the TV and
breaking all the programs.
This awesome
force by the bloke who runs telly. To feel by weekly events dictate to keep viewers entertained.
Because it's us, of the test card. And you may say it sounds unlikely that there's one bloke who runs telly, but actually I got this job from the bloke who runs YouTube.
When I say bloke, I think it's more of a crustacean.
I am in charge of the whole YouTube. Anyway, their bizarre adventures take them all over the world.
And tuning on the series, we got here. Whenever you're watching Cartoon Network, you got this whole new demographic, and even airing on Nickelodeon in Latin America in June 2008, when it became a full series in 2009.
Well, right across the universe and even back through time.
Mankind discovers pets. Oh, very funny, Bob.
But no matter what the
So
setting,
what the
things are
things are
always
always
sure
sure to get very silly indeed. Especially with bizarre adventures with shrinking rays, giant minching machines, and the go back in Timetron, which was like to go 6 seconds.
Timetron, which due to a slight design flaw can only go back 6 seconds. Timetron, which due to a slight design flaw can only go back 6 seconds. Timetron, which due to a slight design flaw can only go back 6 seconds.
Do not worry, my online chums. I promise as soon as this becomes boring, I will make him stop.
Timetron, which due to a slight design flaw can only go back 6 seconds. Timetron, which due to a slight design flaw can only go back 6 seconds. Timetron, which due to a slight design flaw can only go back 6 seconds. There's really no way to
describe an average episode of the show, so it could be anything
to
from
find out what's at the center of the earth,
what's at the center of the earth,
to fighting time-displaced duplicates of themselves.
What are you staring at? Nothing much.
To flying a submarine into Vince's brain to find a cure for his random Pavarotti disease.
It's a thing.
By the nature of the show's premise, the characters are all very much aware that they are in a television show. So the fourth wall isn't so much
broken as if 5 are steamrolling. There's plenty of inline jokes throughout the series, TV shows and films.
Including an episode spoofing
Rebel
Rebel
went out of
almost
course. It's all
unfathomable
okay unless you actually seen that
Come on,
film.
Vince. Let's go home. I'll explain it to you one day.
as well as cameos
Cameos from
familiar such as Wallace, Morph,
as familiar Cartoon Network characters, such as Dexter's Laboratory, the Powerpuff Girls, and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Pip and Pog.
Sorry, I know chickens are fashionable at the moment.
Along the way, they
Along the
encounter
way,
other
they
memorable
can
characters,
remember
such as the Easter Island statues, Johnny Savaloy, Constable Funny Name.
I think this series wouldn't have been more successful if you see in real, but I think there are several reasons this show couldn't have been dropped. And it's not one of the most successful animation studios of all time. They managed to they take all this from ABC Goffey and Bob the Builder, mix them together, and then boom, BabyFirst.
Your name, by the way?
No. And their recurring nemesis, Dr. Dog.
That's why airtime needs to be cleared for more series so kids can go up and claim their own.
Who has a set fee for
Set fee
services.
services.
Right. Most of the secondary
Most of the
characters
secondary
voiced by
characters
famous
for
guest
stars
including
Eddie Izzard, Kathy Bird, Bob Holmes, Tom Ayers, Bob Monkhouse, and Rob Halson.
You could be wearing gold underpants one minute and mentally spirit down the throat the next. All folly.
But the most often seen
Often
characters
seen
are
character-
Paul Merton as Dr. Dog and Arthur Smith
and
as
Arthur
Arthur
Dust
Dustcart.
the Dust God.
Cockney sparrow wheeler dealer that I am.
And speaking of Arthur Smith, this is perhaps a
Speaking
good
of,
point to delve a
it's
little
good
into
to
the show's
tells a little in the show's history.
Mr. Time Lord.
Although it was 1998 before
1998.
Rex got his own show, the
Not
character
2000, no,
actually
when it
made his
comes.
first
The
appearance
character
in
actually made its
short
first
film
appearance in a
called
short
Ident,
film called Ident,
originally
and it was
broadcast
broadcast on Channel
4
4 in 1995.
Written and directed
And
by
directed
Roger
by
Golozowski.
Joseph Golozowski. By the way, I'm not saying that right. I think I'm saying that right. But whenever I say it, well, here's.
Anyway, this
And this film is tells the story, well, a walking, talking, plasticine phallus,
voiced by
voiced by Arthur Smith.
and his struggles to
And struggles to attain his identities in a world that obsessed with reshaping people, when saying he expects them to be run in a for expression. One of those films that you don't understand at all when you first see it as a kid. Then when you see it again as an adult, you really understand it.
Rex appears throughout the film.
Baby Boston appeared throughout the film. He's almost recognizable throughout his later form. It is speaks aside from barks and a sort of guide to the main character. It then returned in 1997 in two short films. They're very short, they're only 2 minutes long. Dreams and Dinosaurs. Now, I don't think I were ever shown on television, and it certainly weren't released on video, home video, or DVD, so tracking down copies of it seemed to be pretty easy, actually. Let's take a look at Dreams. You can certainly want what they won't turn that into a series. Next, Dreams is much more close to the series that will follow. It was months trying to introduce the characters when it was made in 1998. And it was telling some kind of approaching this story. Kind of.
So that's how dinosaurs became extinct.
And despite being made in 1997, it wasn't until 2009 when the full series totally her screen. So, why the 78 gap? Well, this is all pretty much conjecture.
Assuming and making assumptions and that.
But I think the root of
Well, we're going to have to do with a little known animated film, first broadcast in the UK on December 26, 1993. The Wrong Trousers were one of the jewels of the BBC's 1983 Christmas Crown, one of the wrong for best animated shorts winning that year, and putting Armin on the map. 2 years later, on Christmas Eve, 1980, a sequel, Close Shave, where a piece of Blues Wrong Trousers' first film on Grand Day Out, over 10 million. But the BBC took a gamble over BBC being hit upon the idea that the animation on Halloween would be automatically the ratings winner. Well, but what they didn't realize is what made the Wallace and Gromit film so successful, not they're animated, and yet beautifully animated at that point. It's fact they never anything quite like it before. So it has fart jokes and butt jokes, kind of like my gym partner is a monkey, and kind of does the TV acting role of it, but I don't think this would be suitable for a family audience. I won't think why they turn this into a kid show. The reason why there was complaints, I think, is because the TV show looked Canadian. It is nowhere near kids media, just Canadian. But it was a magic confident and appealing characters, simple and engaging storylines, and adventure games that appeals to adults and children alike. But the Wallace and Gromit films took a long time. It was no more elsewhere for Halloween animations. Other cartoons that were around during the time was like Kid vs. Cat. BabyFirst was based on Kids vs. Cat. Cat that also aired in 2009. That I have yet seen, but BabyFirst I have not seen. So, I didn't get a chance to see it. And I want to bridge the gap in between myself and my childhood. I really didn't relate to the show. Only saw it when the show I'll only seen the show when it ended on YouTube and on Fox Pops Inter Kids Media, but kids media. This shows like Flat World,
Short films
it's like Flat World, and shows like The Gogs. While occasionally some more the audience will slip through. That's a series that Shakespeare, or that creepy as hell, Genius Adventures of Tom Thumb film. But all of these came and went to on the BBC Two without really catching much on the audience. Now don't get me wrong, they were all well made and worth watching. There wasn't really anything suitable for a family, the same way that Wallace and Gromit haven't been. So, when the BBC came to looking to make a series about a pair of shorts, the cute characters doing funny things, the BBC must have felt that no short file winner on their hands when they commissioned the series. Hoping that this were a big animation hit for Halloween night 2009. And then the show was actually aired, and the complaints started coming in. As you may have heard, it's like Scarlett's House is worth 10 more on the series that you might find Wallace and Gromit. It might have taken many viewers by surprise. That's probably not what caused the problem. The real problem is in the learning initiative.
Shut up, you bastard!
Keep in mind,
there's only 6:45 in the evening, peak family viewing time, over the Christmas period too, so the language must and worry many parents. Ain't got even stronger than that. Oh, great, you're right, I get it already.
Although I have to...
Look how Baby Blossom says, alright, I get it already. Oh, get it already. He looks like a freaking monster, dude. Like he has pointy teeth. His head's all pointy like a freaking knife. His head's like a freaking knife. This is creepy. But there is some comedy book for Bob Poland. Wanting not to drop an F-bomb.
Here you've been the victim of crime. If we can be of any help in the future, please let us know. Lots of love, the police. Oh,
it wasn't that. Oh, no. Cartoon Network had a history of producing about darker, lesser friendly films. The company has popped into existence with Looney Tunes. Their entire output was from the 1990s, extremely varied and includes many titles that don't really be suitable for a family audience. Look on also reality. Continued the I Am Weasel idea. Mind your parts of monkeys will continue the I Am Weasel idea. A real life funk puppet diffusion. Just the animation. To fart jokes.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
While Sweet Disaster
Babylon, which is a number of almost all the characters' actions drowning in a river of blood, it was certainly not for family viewing.
I think Vince is showing evidence of a rock and roll lifestyle problem.
Really, though,
the strong links in BabyFirst doesn't add anything to the show. There's no real reason for it to be there to make it seem more adult. So the BBC took a gamble over the Christmas period, a gamble that really didn't see the payoff or the face of criticism. So why the heck did I even chose to watch this?
Well, where's that got us?
After Christmas,
the remaining episodes will broadcast as quickly as possible until later night or Sunday afternoon.
Even shredded, he'll wash his mouth out.
One of the late night episodes was brought close without the CJ and Cambridge and any general adult content, but instead it was kept completely off screen.
As Vince falls in love with
Amir Hoover before, taking a listen to a more conclusion. I bet when the show ended, there were more Cartoon Network shows coming in. There were more shows coming in, all coming in. We're at this time, we're in the middle of regular show, and The Amazing World of Gumball, and all that stuff.
really, who hasn't had
Really,
sex
who
with a
hasn't had sex with a Hoover?
Okay, look, I only
No,
did it
look, I
once,
only did it once
and never again.
and never again. So, why the comedy didn't just slip through? Later, vocabulary was a good comedic formula that works with all the other shows on the platform, but there wasn't really much to the show as viewers expect it to be, you know. Despite these minor changes, and the series was released on video soon after broadcast, and today announced it's now available on on DVDs in the States, which is odd because they yet to see have any evidence that it was ever broadcast there. My biggest surprise that when picking up the DVDs was the fact that they're completely on. This series received a second season in 2010.
Oh, pancakes.
That's right.
I have no clue until the DVDs came along. There haven't even been a second series. I do remember one of these episodes at the time, but I just assumed that was a show that I missed from the first one. They take my hands on all the 13 episodes that I loved when it was first on. I wanted to discover nothing, not the 13 with that I didn't absolutely know nothing about. It was a very big surprise. The second series largely followed the same format as the first, but there was a few minor changes.
Mouse. Third. Kill. Eat. Kill.
The idea of Baby Blossom and his friends, though they're aware they're on a television show, was really pretty much dropped.
Sorry, everyone.
The animation process also seemed to be refined a little during the second year, feeling a bit more three-dimensional of the first series by putting the flat figures on a flat background. Flash animated characters on a flat background. And the animation style is nearly in Flash animation. Like they're just little Flash animated characters doing funny things. I never knew that Teletoon had a Canadian version. And that this Kids Learning Initiative version was made by Teletoon. That I didn't really meet up with, all the stuff that was on the platform of the network. Okay, well, I have no say about it. It's just God's after running everything that's happening with the kids in the first one. As that Teletoon airs everything by law. However, the structure of the there's absolutely anything that was a little lost. The best episodes, due to that Cartoon Network had completely utterly insane. Any show can do an episode where one of the characters become an artist or drawing again. The only series that of Baby Blossom can tell a story about was demolishing houses. Or a machine that can drill through Australia. My absolute favorite of the second series will have to be A Crap Day Out. Let's have a trip to the gardens and Wednesday game by talking carnivorous plants.
Anyone for a half?
And then being
abducted by, well,
this
guy.
My name is Gordon. I am an alien from the planet Gordon. Everyone on my planet is called Gordon, except John. But we called him Gordon to avoid confusion.
It's funny because
that's funny because 10 minutes the show takes mundane, a trip to a garden center, and runs with it all the way to the other side of the universe before coming back home in time for tea. No limitations, just straight up lunacy. For me, that's when the show was at its very best. The second series was also traditional of celebrity guest voices, almost more than one episode, although not the same character. This song for all making 2 appearances on each of the second series. Listening wonder maybe the money wasn't there to hire as many guest actors as they had before. So if they couldn't afford, had to voice several characters. And finally, an episode that showed put how many episodes are the Dust Guard will have been making lately. I don't remember seeing any promotion about the second series when it was first aired, so whenever the show didn't return for a 7th year. So, any surviving models were almost certainly destroyed in 2005, where warehouse stores was gutted by a fire. And Majin Part of the Monkey came into the process of this series, and even airing on Cartoon Network Sneak Peek. Other shows that were hit there during the time was Ben 10, Robot Boy, Zits, and My Gym Partner's a Monkey. After BabyFirst, Richard Stone and Matt Stone continued working for Cartoon Network, working on the Teen Titans Go series.
Brosnan, directing Robbie the Reindeer's Hooves of Fire before writing and
Before
directing.
writing and directing. Unikitty.
On the Shaun the Sheep series, as well as Shaun's
As well as
2015 big screen debut film, which
2017
has,
big
if you look
debut
closely,
film
a
as a
cameo from a tiny
it came in from a
photograph
tiny
of Vince.
photograph
The series
of green crayon.
is
The
largely forgotten.
the series was largely forgotten,
Now, clearly those
but there is people behind Cartoon Network that still think quite highly of
who
it.
still think quite highly of it.
I love you, Bob.
A handful of episodes
And
featuring
for
Robbie
episodes
Parker's
of
Dark Side
Cartoon
DVD,
Network's
but
Dark
for a
Side DVD,
complete series,
more
then
complete series, then your best
pick
is
up
to
the
still
American set,
pick up
which
the
that
American
is
set,
Region Zero,
which is Region Zero, which means it will play on all players.
Ah, so that's his servant suggestion, is it?
Occasionally repeats
Occasionally
on
repeating,
BBC 4 or Gold.
On BBC 4 or Gold,
Usually at 2
usually at 2 or 3 in the morning, and they have a 10-minute gap that needs refilling. A repeat run at a decent time of day was all long overdue. This is the Wallace and Gromit films that have been released brilliant as they are, and in literally on a single holiday. This show has aired a season or two on Cartoon Network 2 in the UK. It was strange that Baby Blossom spent so long to the archives. If you're familiar with BabyFirst, then I really would recommend checking out any episode that you can get a hold of, especially the soft spot for feeling of your piliness humor. Well,
At its worst, it was just
it was just UK. They struggled to find this episode of the, but when it was good, it showcased all Cartoon Network at its very best. And terrific animation. And you would vanish. Yes, good, very important. Would vanish. If I had to sum up Baby Blossom in one word, that word would probably be thank you, Vince. And which is actually your name. I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. I don't believe this. He just named me into Matt Stone? That means that this whole review, though I struggle with pronouncing his name, I didn't even need to be saying it. Oh, fuck!
Well worth a tenner that was.